Hey everybody, Grey Gamer here. Welcome to part 1 of 3 of PlayStation Tear Down and Clean. I recently purchased a PlayStation 1 off eBay. When it arrived late, I could forgive, but it also arrived absolutely stinking of smoke. Now you know that they're old consoles, something coming from the 90s is not going to be a pristine item unless it's been very carefully looked after. However, the smell that came off even the packaging made me want to throw it right in the bin. But before I went into doing anything like that, I thought I'd give it a go at cleaning. So I've got a couple of things here. Inside this bag here, I've got the PlayStation, yellowed and disgusting. I've brought along some plastic gloves, just to keep my hands away from the nicotine stains that are all over it. I've also brought some toothbrushes to make sure that I can get into every little crevice. Some Bold, because I want to make sure that it smells lovely. I actually meant to make sure that it was a biological detergent, and I'm not sure if this is, so give me 2 wee seconds. Yes, it is. Biological detergent. Exactly what I was looking for. I have got some Dettol laundry cleanser, so an antibacterial for it as well, because even if I get rid of the smell and everything, I want to make sure that it's actually clean and safe. I have some cheap Vanish, call it Astonish. So I got this just to see if it would take away some of those kind of stubborn marks on it. Obviously I'm not putting the whole console in this, I'm going to strip it down first, take it apart, keep all the electronics away from it, and I don't know if I can tilt this slightly. This green box is where it's going to stay. You might have noticed there's something else hiding away at the back there. Tumble dryer sheets. I've got some Comfort and Tense, which after I'd done the unpacking, there's some other things in there as well. After I did the unpacking, I couldn't stand that smell laying around the house, so I tied it up in a Tesco bag, put a couple of the Comfort and Tense sheets in it, and thought, well, at least if I come to it, it's going to not smell as bad. The other thing that I've got, if I can take it off just now, is like a fishing mask, which I can put up over my mouth and nose, so that if the smell becomes too intense, I can shove that over and not smell. I sprayed that in perfume as well. So you might notice this. Remember, this is slightly familiar from my profile pic. I've got a few of them, but this one smells the nicest. The rest of them go through the machine every time I wear them as well, but this one seems to hold the perfumes a bit better. So I'm going to just fold this back up, put it on. I've got a baseball cap on as well to keep my hair out of my face, and hopefully we can get going with this. Give me 2 seconds and I'll clean all this away and we can get back into it. Oh, one more thing, sorry. Forgot. I've got some antibacterial wipes that my dad had actually recommended getting these from the pound shop, because the lemon and mandarin, citrus and mandarin, so lemon and mandarin are apparently very good at cutting through the kind of nicotine grease, or the nicotine smell. Hopefully this will do the job, and also hopefully once I rebuild the PlayStation, it will function for me. I've not even tested to see if it will work, because the cables are disgusting and I'm not putting them on anything that I want to stay clean just now. Right, we'll be back once we're all tidied up. See you soon. I should have mentioned, I've put down this old towel just to protect my white table. Obviously I don't want any of the disgustingness going on that. So gloves on. And I'm just standing up just now to make sure that I've got the right angle for showing what we're doing with the PlayStation. It'll help if I get my gloves on. I get an extra small glove because I like them tight to my hands. I'm also bringing them up over the bottom of my jumper cuffs, because I don't want any of that yellowness bleeding on to my clothes. can do it in this one. Let's see if we're as good. Going to do the third inch shape. Going to keep that out. Keep the place smelling fresh as possible. Another one. And I believe there's another one in here as well. There we go. Oops, and I've moved my table. You can see the outskirts of the PlayStation 1 in there. I was so excited to buy this. It completes my PlayStation collection. And there we go. There it is. Buttons work seamlessly. A couple of kind of minor scratches and things on it, which is okay. However, it's awful yellow down here. I'm maybe not picking up so much on camera, but it is disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. However, just now the smell of those laundry sheets has done the trick. Oh, it's getting, the more I go into the bag, the richer the smell's getting. It's like properly greasy feeling as well. So I might need to get a different screwdriver for getting this. I took my set of screwdrivers for this out of this room the other day, yesterday in fact. So I'm going to just take that cable out, put it to one side. Now, the worst thought, I actually binned the power cable because I've got plenty of them and I would rather go without that than have the smell. This one here was actually bagged, it was brand new. However, I'm not sure that I'm going to keep it. It is rich, it's revolting. It is something that Roald I would write about. So this here, I'm not sure if I'm going to keep it. I do have 2 PlayStations, however both of them I have at work just now, so I believe that they're the same cables. So we'll see about this. We'll give it a go with cleaning it and see. See these laundry sheets? I'll actually put them into the area that I don't want the PlayStation to move off of, and that will give me my working area. Sorted. Now the thing is, I have never ever opened up a PlayStation 1. I've opened up a 3, a 4 and a Wii, and I've fixed them for people, my nephews, whose little brothers and sisters would put things in that didn't belong in, or they'd drop them and the cables would come loose and things like that. So I've never actually done this with a PlayStation 1. I'm hoping it's going to be simpler inside than it is any of the other ones. Not that they're too complicated, but in terms of the layout, not anything I've done. So I suppose we'll get started. We'll start off, there are 6 screws at the bottom. We'll start off with them, see where we go. Just going to take the top off. It just pops off very easily. As you can see, the inside of the actual console doesn't look too bad. There doesn't seem to be much yellow, and I think that's predominantly because there's not really a fan in it. There's no fan in it. So hopefully that'll make it. Maybe, hold on, I don't know if that'll be able, if you'll see the yellowing of this part. Absolutely disgusting. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pop this down. We'll get into the next part. 2 seconds just to get that into my this bit here. We've also got these screws to take out to get the buttons cleaned up. So we'll move this to the side just now, and we'll pop this back on, and we'll take apart the button parts. Now, this bit here where I've got the 6 screws, I'm going to add the screws from this side on as well, and then that'll be like my outer casing type ones. And then I brought my second one down. so I could put the screws from the inside on it, and then it's a good way to separate out what they are. This one here is just a little push button, so that should be your reset. Oops, reset. With the reset, what I'm going to do is just put it in the box. And the rest of them, not all of them, but some of them are screwed in. This, oops, I've lost the spring for that as well. So there's a little spring that comes with a power button. Ding, ding, ding. So I will keep that with the button just now, but I'll take it out before I add any detergent. In fact, what I'm going to do is see if it's magnetic. No, but it's not. Two minds as to what to do with that. I'll put it in the green box just now for safekeeping. Right, next part. Let's take out the eject button. Now, I want to take this completely apart. I don't want to leave any part with it, because I want to actually give it a really good thorough clean. If I could trust it to go in the dishwasher, I would put it in that, but I'm not so secure with it. So many plastic things can't go in the dishwasher because it goes to too high a temperature. Oops. Do you know what half my problem is? I took my baseball cap off to put my nose mask back on, and I've got nothing to keep my hair out my face, so it keeps falling back and irritating me. There we go, keep my hair out my face. And here you've got a couple of metal parts as well. So we've got a little spring just down here. Can you see that? So I need to make sure that that's a very small spring. That might be a toothbrush job and not leaving it to soak, because I don't really want to rust the spring. I need to think about that one. Anyway, green box for now. Now it's just a simple pop out of the eject button. Hey, eject button, green box. Now we're almost there, because I want to remove this too. We've still got that to do. So we've got a screw here, and we've got a screw over here. Take them out, nice and easy. And I can see a big spring on this side as well, so I want to be careful that I don't. I've got a habit of losing this. Do you know what I've done again? I'm forgetting. This has got to go up here for it to be in the camera shot. So hopefully that will not spring out at me. It's quite good that all the screws seem to be the same size, which means that if you mix them up, it shouldn't really matter. Yeah, oh, I keep getting that nose full of the nicotine smell. Oh, skipping in this one. I think that's more my screwdriver than anything else. Using it by hand. The other good thing about wearing the rubber gloves is you get a bit of grip on them. Now, I just need to kind of manoeuvre this out. There we go. So, this part here, with the little gear that turns, part of the eject, and the green box. Big spring, discussing big spring, in the green box. And turn this round. Oops. I forgot something. Little plasticky bit. Green box. There we go. And that's us got the disc cover out. I have some issues with some focus in this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to disconnect the cables that go to the game reader, the drive. I don't know the technical wording for it, it's just whatever I use to describe it. So first off, I'm going to start with this white one. Oh, it's a little staff. Hate it when it's like this. Right, so I'll go for this one first. And then slowly, I would just give it a little wiggle. There we go. Let's mix one out. Now what should happen next is that this should just lift off. I'm hoping for that it doesn't end up getting damaged. So I'll lift it. Whoa, a little bit of a squeak, but there we go. Disc reader. I'm going to go and put this part somewhere safe. And I'll be back with you in just a second. Okay, the next part I'm going to go for is the controller unit and the power unit. Hopefully they are not as tricky to release. So we're going to go for this part first. This part. And hopefully that should allow us just to lift straight out once we release a couple of screws that are holding them down. So I can see 1, 2, 3, 4 screws holding them down. Those screws are going to go into my fresh magnetic block. Getting the screwdriver out first, what am I thinking? So I'm just going to unclip this part here and see if we can go for a, there we go, nice release on that one, nice release there, ooh, don't want that, and I'm going to put the ribbon along with my disk drive. Next part, does that come out? Not so far here. I'm going to go for the power connection. Oh, that's trickier. A couple of weights on it, mind you. Makes sense, let's give it now, yep. I'll try for this one. There we go. Now, I've got that loose. This little plastic thing's holding it in place. I can't seem to slide it anywhere. Right, let's just put it aside for the moment. And what we'll do is we'll go for the controller connection. That's my air freshener. You should see that going off more often than what I typically use for it. First wheel on your block. It's funny, I like to play horror games, and whenever I'm in my game room I like to put on the air freshener. And there's nothing more frightening than when you're expecting a jump scare and you've got that noise going off in your very same room. Terrifying. See if we can just lift this out. There we go. Nice and yellowed ports. And we'll put that aside as well for a nice clean up later on. So again, we need to be careful with some parts of it because we don't want it getting wet, because we don't want any of the connections wearing. So I need to be careful with that one. Next, the two screws, the two screws there. There's two screws there that will hold that in place. So I'm going to remove them. And that noise there that you might be hearing is my mini fridge. Oops. There we go. Oops, that flew away. One's in this side. Doesn't want to be in that side. Right, so let's see if we can remove this as easily as the case. Yes, we can. There we go. I wasn't able to find anywhere more secure than the area I'm working just now to do to put the electronic components. But we're just going to go ahead with the main board. I'm going to have a little play about with this and see if we can get it out, because I don't want to damage it as I lift the cover for the main board. I mean, you can feel that we should be given. You can see a little part in there. Oh, there we go. Right, so another bit of plastic. This bit of plastic can go into the box for cleaning as well. Essentially it's just plastic I want in there. I can also put the ribbon now off to the side. Now, coming in here we've got 2, 3, 4, it looks like 4 screws. Actually it looks as if a screw should have been in there. Unless that was part of the main casing. I don't see it, none of them seem long enough to go into that. Unless somebody's been here before me. Every chance it could have been. So, let's give it a go. 1. Put these ones. So, metal casing off, we can give that a wee wipe down. We'll be good to go with that. And I'm running out of spaces to go. Right, I'm going to move the console controller into the box with the wires just now, just so I've got a wee bit more room to work. They're not going to stay in there. I'm going to go for these wee metal plates, put them up to the side. Oh, that's a whole plate for this. But we've got another 2 screws next to the TV input and something else. Right, take these 2 out. Try these round this side of the thing. 1, 2. That's not quite ready to come out. Okay. There we go. Right. So I wanted this to complete my collection. I didn't want to be short of one console. There we go. PlayStation completely torn down to the bare bones. It's going to be a cleaning session for part 2, which should be up within the next day or so, and then hopefully we'll do a rebuild to complete it so that we're back to having a non-smelly PlayStation 1. Thank you.